What? He was too tired, man. He gassed. I was so happy because that's what I worked with most of. My worst, that's my most work I had in my life. Was my gas. I worked my gas to the end of the world. This fight,
and you know what?
Yeah, because dude, by the third round.
Ready here with Melo. Victorious after a battle. What a fight, man.
What a fight, man. Yeah, I have to say that.
Alright, now, you try to catch him with, sorry, Maruda? You try to catch him with Maruda a couple of times and you kind of shrugged it off as it was nothing. What was that? Was that part of the game plan?
Well, it was. I was trying to incorporate my physical and I already knew, Mel was an extremely hard movement to catch somebody in a fight, because, especially when they're fresh. Because as I react for a second, it takes a full rotation for the kick to go, and most people react back. Right, so by the time the kick is actually coming, the person has moved back completely. Right, so in order to actually catch a male possible, you have to spot, you have to counter the person basically. Maybe if he comes in with a jab, or if he comes in with a cross, or comes in with a low kick or a high kick or something, you follow them with it, right, and so forth. But again, it's not like I can incorporate the male from any position. So as you can see, some of them hit his back, some of them hit his stomach, some of them hit his leg, some of them completely missed because he ducked, some of them just depending on the angle of the person you're restricted. But I try to incorporate a lot of kicks or capoeira as you saw in the fight. And unfortunately this time it didn't work. Sometimes, even though he's a pro athlete, he's a pro mixed martial artist. And so sometimes it's a little bit hard to get your opponent with something. But again, I went in there and I proved that it can be used, right? Again, I threw the kitchen sink at him, motherfucker, man, and it's still, he was still able to stand. So I give him a lot of respect for that, because not many people is able to stand the kicks that I threw at him. But
to be honest with you, you're in the college capoeira style. I don't think you have much more to prove in that realm. But today you proved you're a mixed martial artist, because you actually finished the fight with a very good show. Now you step to the Did you feel that? Did you feel that way? I knew you'll always be a capoeirista at heart, but today you showed more of a mixed martial artist than a capoeirista.
You know what? Honestly, I was a bit disappointed, because I wanted to finish with the capoeira, because people are still going to be like, yeah, he threw a lot of capoeira kicks, but it didn't work, we had to choke the guy out. But it's like, you know what, it's a mixed martial arts fight. I'm not fighting him in capoeira, right? I'm fighting him in a mixed martial arts fight. And unfortunately, to finish the fight, I had to finish with the choke. And that's how it works, unfortunately, in martial arts, right? There were a lot of things where I had to restrain myself, like, oh shit, I can't kick him off the floor. Oh shit, I can't, things in capoeira that I want to incorporate, I have to restrict myself to do it. But you know what, I'm very happy for the win. Whether you like it or not, but I'm a little bit disappointed because I couldn't win with a trademark capoeira move, right? Which is what I usually try to go for. Even though it's more risky for me, I usually go for that. But I went with the choke, and I went with the choke, and that's how it's done. You're a mixed martial artist, you win whatever way you need to.
Alright, and how's training with Daniel Jiu-Jitsu help a little bit?
Oh, it helped a lot, man. You know what? The work on the ground was great. I had my very base of jiu-jitsu with my dad, Mestre Bahon, the leader of Grupo Axé Capoeira. And from then on, we learned off of the streets of capoeira, right? Because you get taken down in capoeira, you have to work from the floor, and you work from there. There's no rules, there's no judge, no referee. You gotta go what you need to do, right? And so I learned some of my basics with my father. And from then on, as we started getting more into mixed martial arts, we did a little bit of Barra Gracie training with Zé da Radiola from Recife, Brazil. Zé Radiola, and with Octavio and some of the top Gracie in Recife. From then I've been working with my brother, because he's an extreme athlete, Junior Marcos.
Yeah, Vinny right here. Vinny unfortunately wasn't able to fight.
So what happened was I was training at Gracie Barra, my master Zé Radiola. I got up, I postured up, I pulled back, I fell, and he fell on top of my knee, and I popped my knee. So it's going to be another 2 weeks before I get back to the get back to the next battle.
Yeah, honestly, I was really looking forward to having both of you on the same card. That would have been a by itself. We're going to have 2 fights on the card, just the 2 of you.
But as you can see, I started with the basics of my dad, learning some basic blocks. And then I sharpened my skills a little bit in Barra Gracie, Recife. And you know, I've been here, and Dan Rizzuto's been around us for a long time. He knows my dad. He knows our crew for many years, and he decided to help me a lot, man. He worked a lot on the ground. Some of the reversals that you saw today, it was all him, man. All that reversing shit. If I didn't cover that shit with him, man,
That was perfect
I'd give you the
timing.
props.
I seen some of those
Dan.
reversals, and your timing was on point.
Yeah.
Your timing was, you pretty much felt it.
Versus Dan.
Yeah, those reversals were on point. The timing was excellent. The technique was great. That was really good.
I worked, and he was up to point. Because again, I'm not a jiu-jitsu specialist. I'm a capoeira specialist. But I work with everything, and he gave me 2-3 points. But you know what? Too much shit, you're not gonna go and do the crazy shit. You're gonna do 1-2, you're gonna do 1-2, and you're gonna work from that. And that's it, man. From half guard, from full guard, from side mount, from full mount, you're gonna do 1 or 2 positions to move out of the way, and that's all you need. You need nothing else. And it worked, man. That's how it is.
All right.
You know?
Now, it's been 10 years now that Asha Kapoor has been here in the lower mainland.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Wow. Okay. And now I started to see some of the students pop up left and right center and teaching in Richmond, teaching in different places. Filipino is now in Richmond, is that right?
Yeah.
The Bruce Lee. I just got it next right now.
So, I mean, you guys are finally expanding, and now you're getting the recognition with both the brothers going out there and fighting in MMA and going against top guys like
Why
Ken
is
Tran.
that, man?
I mean, Ken Tran is no joke, and you actually went against him and went in there and walked out with the W. So, congratulations, man. You guys are great.
Thanks a lot, man. It's a great accomplishment to see that capoeira stepped up, and you know, mixed martial arts is finally starting to respect capoeira as a martial art. It's a big step for us because, you know, coming from Brazil, fucking having a hard time in Brazil, like scrapping all types of crazy motherfuckers, and then coming here and all guys like, oh, you guys are dancers. Oh, fuck, well, then come and dance with us, man, because that's how we do it.
Yeah, you had a lot to prove after the last fight, the 20-second knockout. Everybody was talking about the trash, saying, "Oh, it was
It was a fluke. It was a fluke. It was a
So you
fluke.
had a lot to prove in this fight.
I did, man, it really proved a lot because
You went the
I had so
distance.
much in my heart to fight for. You know, I know Ken's a great fighter, and he's got a really like a line of fans in the Lower Mainland, but where he got a line of fans in the Lower Mainland, I got a line of fans around the world. Like just from our own crew, we're in 26 countries. Aside from that, there's other capoeira practitioners who want to see that capoeira is a legitimate martial art, right? And I'm happy that I was able to accomplish that today. I didn't fight just for, you know, like most people fight for the name, for whatever. I fought for my son, for my dad, for my mom, for my brother. I fought for my family after capoeira. I fought for all capoeira. I fought for all my fans around the world. You know, and it gave me that extra heart, man. You know what? That very last thing when he took me down, I was like, motherfucker, shit. It's right now or never. I'm like, I know if I lay down right now, it's gonna be tough for me, man. I'm like, reverse it, can't get out. I'm like, no way, this fuck is tired as me. Boom, I'm like, I don't even want to punch anymore. I'm like, yo, man, I gotta do it, man. I got the heart, I got fucking, you know, I have a lot in me, I have too much to prove. And, you know, I came out with a W, and I'm happy that, ecstatic. I'm a bit disappointed about not having the capoeira knockout, but I'm happy with the win, man. And the win is what is important, you know. Which it shows that I'm a mixed martial artist, you know. It shows that now I'm not only a kicker, or maybe a puncher or a stand-up guy. I'm like a well-rounded guy. You know, I can wrestle a little bit. I can do jiu-jitsu. I can do stand-up. I can do kicks. And that's what it is to be a mixed martial artist, man. You get punched, you get kicked in the legs, you swell out all over the place. You know, that's what it means to be a mixed martial artist, man.
Honestly, last time we did the interview together, you told me that was a goal of yours to prove that capoeira, and I think tonight you did it. So congratulations. You also showed a lot of heart. You showed a lot of heart in that fight. So again, congratulations, man. Wish you nothing but the best.
Thanks a lot, BC and FAA. I love you guys. I hope to see you guys one more time.
Like you said, one more time.